1 year ago, Roaming has made his debut for the Division 12 reserves. He came bursting onto the scene, finishing with 4 goals and 24 disposals. 1 year on, he's back playing football. Can he live up to the hype, or will he forever be known as the star that could have been? Before that can start, let's go back and look at Roaming Haz's last 2 games of football.
Okay, I may have been a little bit eager to get to the footy. Hen, do you want to explain?
This kid's an idiot. Meant to get here an hour before the game. It's 8 o'clock.
So you're pretty much an hour and a half before the game. The rooms are shut. Do I really want to get changed in my kit to go kick the footy? But I'm wearing Birks.
And jeans, mate.
And jeans.
Can we get a fit check?
Happy days.
You know what I had for breakfast?
What?
Nothing. You know what I had for dinner last night?
What?
3 ice creams.
Maxi Bombs?
When was the last time I drank water? 1997.
That's so good. Yeah, it sounds it.
Yeah.
Roger!
Yeah, we're back, baby!
There's the boys having a run around.
Please tell me that's on you.
Yeah.
The 26th of April was my first game back for the Div 12 Ressies after a debut last year. To start off the season, the Div 12 Ressies and the Wattle Park Animals were winless. They had not won a game all season, so they decided to go back to the Under-9s Academy and call up myself to play another game. Coming into this game, I was also really nervous, just like last year, but there was a little bit different. It was more, instead of I haven't played football for ages nerves, it was more the fact that I felt like I had something to uphold because of how well I played in my first game.
Alrighty, it's half time. We're up by like almost 10 goals. I kicked 2, Hen's got a couple touches, Hen should have had one. Dossie's kicked some absolute curlers. We look good. Okay, I will check in at the end of the game. Game's done, we won. I didn't kick another goal, I jinxed myself.
And my first game back was a success. We kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, then went a bit quiet for the rest of the game. But I was pretty happy with my performance, having 12 touches and 2 goals. Given that I hadn't played football in a year, I thought it was a great way to start off my season. Alrighty, good morning ladies and gentlemen. We're here for our second game of the season. I'm 2-0 playing for the Animals, so looking to make that 3-0 today. We're playing Hawthorn at a lovely ground here in Hawthorn. I'm at the moment trying to locate where the change rooms are. Having a little bit of trouble with that, but we're making our way.
Predictions. It's a small ground.
Yeah, it is tiny. I love that.
Score today. Both teams are just going to hit the board.
Now, in my second game, it was a really weird feeling coming in because there wasn't really any nerves. I felt like I'd proved myself last week. I'd played a game of football already. I was just excited to go out there and have some fun. Now, the big talking point for myself and what I wanted myself to do in this game wasn't as much impact the touches, impact the scoreboard. I really just wanted to be a presence in as many contests as I could. It was my first game back on the wing. Of course, the week before I only got a run down forward, but this week back in my actual position, playing on the wing, I was super excited, wanted to get in there, wanted to have a bit of a fight and just have some good fun. Now to start off the game, the very first centre bounce, I got myself into the contest, got a touch straight away, which is a big thing in my mind because last year when I played that one game, I got a touch in the first contest and it took away all the nerves, and I just feel like that's a great way to build your game and start your game off early by getting into the contest and getting a couple touches early.
Alright, it's half time, don't have long to talk. Second quarter, really happy with it. Played pretty well, I reckon. First quarter, just warming up. Had a little bit of the footy. I reckon maybe have 10-15 touches at the moment. Trying to build on that. Hopefully a goal. Winning by 2 and a bit goals. Love it. Going North.
I ended up playing pretty well on the wing, getting a fair amount of touches. Then coming into the third quarter, I got brought on at half forward, and I really wanted to make an impact while I was down in the forward line. Now heading into the fourth quarter, it was such a tight game. I had my goal in the third quarter. I had my goal assist to Baker. I was feeling fantastic, but now I got to go back onto the wing, and I wanted to get into the contest, get the ball, send it down forward, and make sure we won this game. Now coming into this stoppage, this ball up, I wanted to sit just a couple metres back. I knew the contest was tight. I knew there was bodies in there. I knew I wasn't needed in there. And I just thought, if Hawthorn just get a quick kick out here, I'm in a prime spot to just get a rebound 50 and send it back inside to our forwards. Sure enough, the ball came back out to me. I did a little in and out. I looked for someone. There was no one. I saw the goals. I saw the glory. And I went and I slotted it. Now, there's a lot of question if it went in. I'm not sure. It was very, very close. But we celebrated. We made sure that the goal umpire had to give us the goal because we were up and about. We'd put the team back in front. And we were raring to get a second win of the season.
Go! Kick it! Go!
Now, unfortunately, with all that has been said, we couldn't get over the line and the Hawthorn Football Club sunk our ship in my second game, and that left a very ill taste in a lot of our mouths. We wanted to get our revenge.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, a bit of a different scenery for the Div 12 Ressies vlog. We're here at the MCG. Currently going on behind me is the Hawthorn vs D's game. It is three-quarter time. Hawthorn are up by 1. I'm leaving the game now to go play a 4:40 game at Bennett's Wood Reserve for the Div 12 Ressies. The last 2 weeks been pretty good. First week kicked 2, last game kicked 2, had some touches, but we unfortunately lost to Hawthorn. And this week we play Hawthorn again, back-to-back games. So it is going to be really exciting, but more stressful for me right now. If the Hawthorn Football Club lose to the Melbourne Football Club in the AFL, I have to get a tattoo of Daniel Gorringe. So as much as my mind is going to be on the Div 12 Ressies game, trying to play a good game and win, I am going to be panicking because I might have to get a Dan Does Footy tattoo on me. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully we play well today and get the win.
Now, because we played Hawthorn last week and it was a grading game, we then went and got moved down into the lower division. So now we are officially playing the lowest division of VAFA football. Along with us getting moved down, the Hawthorn Football Club also got moved down, and by sheer luck, we matched up with them in back-to-back weeks due to the new fixturing. But this time it was different. This time it was on our home turf. It was at the Zoo, and we were not going to let them beat us on our home ground.
Alright, far out. We're off the tram. I've sprinted from the tram stop to the ground. We have about 10 minutes till game starts. I'm not in kit, as you can tell.
Now this game was a very special game. It was the ladies' game. We were all in the pink kits, pink all around Bennett's Wood Reserve. We were excited. Every other team for Wattle Park had won that day.
Alright, I'm struggling to hold the camera right now. Dan, can you just show the people? I don't know if the camera will capture it, but I'm very slippery at the moment. We've put on baby oil, some Buddy Franklin action, I reckon. Playing on the wing though, so let's see if we can snag a couple.
Train, tram, bus, then ran like a kilometre and a half to get here. Got here in good time, so I'm pretty proud of that. Now fully lubed up, Buddy Franklin style. But to be honest, I've got averages of 20 and 2 each week, so I kind of need this, don't I, Dossie?
You're so good.
See?
He's actually good.
See? Okay, Burjo, see how we start with the lube on the hands. See, it doesn't make a difference. Good luck tackling me now. Pre-game, I did something a little bit cheeky the night before I went to the shops and bought myself some baby oil. Now the reasoning behind the baby oil, you see the greats like Buddy Franklin, Jack Ginnivan, you see them with these shiny arms. It's because they've got the oil on them so they can't be touched. And so I thought, let's bring this into some local football. Now coming into this week's game, I was back on the wing, excited. I'd had a week on the wing already. I had a week down forward. My confidence was building, my excitement was building, and I was so keen to get a run on the wing at home in front of our crowd. Now, starting off early, a bloke who I didn't think got enough recognition for the day, Bailey McCabe. He was absolutely everywhere to start off the game, and in fact, for the whole game, he was everywhere. To start off the game, I wanted to sit a little bit wide, try and play as a helping hand for those midfielders, because we did have a really good midfield today, and I knew that if I just put myself in good spots, they'd find me, and they'd be able to use me to send it inside 50.
Slam, man. Yeah. I'm at a rat tip. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running.
And off the assist from Bailey McCabe, Caden McDonald kicks the first goal of the game for the Animals, and we are on the board.
I can't be lagging to the seal, cause this too extravagant to chill. I ain't missing no games, road game, watch me bring it home. I lost a couple out here, this a cold game, but I bounced back from it strong. We had it locked in before they known. It ain't no top 10 on the throne. This how you elevated without selling out. I kept it true to me, ain't never chasing clock. Now they like, who is it? Who am I? Never tired of running through a knot. Breaking pressure if you knew or not, cause I could never settle for another spot. Up the level, I'ma make it hot, but I never sweat them. No, they wanna see a king down to his knees, please. I never let them. This is destiny.
Once again, I was just trying to stay wide for those midfielders. I got myself in a good spot and I was able to find Rogie on the wing.
Ball hard, no lesson. This dry line, no Tesla. This whip glide like pressure. Full court, I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring. Who you know that did it this big? I ain't showing like the rich did. Eating bread like the rich kids. Sending headshots and getting gigs. I've been on the run for some months. You know I ain't.
Dan Dawson from absolutely nowhere. The play was started by Cookson. Now I think Cookson needs a little bit of a shout out here because he played an absolute blinder of a game. Wasn't crazy on the stats, only kicked one goal, but the pressure acts, the things that aren't on the stat sheet, he excelled in. And Cookson, I'm proud of you, brother. You did incredible. And the Hawks finish off with a barrage of inaccurate kicking to end off the first quarter. Let's head down to the huddle.
Boys, get in your groups. Quick, come on.
So with that kick out as well, we're trying to find that little 15-metre pass out, not finding it and then going long. So nominate the side we're going to go to and get more people to that contest, outnumber it. So if we have more people there, we're going to bring it to the ground, and then with more people there, we're going to win the contest. We're just going to an outnumbered contest at half back, getting it stuck, going too slow. Like, I actually don't mind the slow long kick. We just need to know which side has more people there.
Now coming into the second quarter, I missed the last 10-15 minutes of that first quarter sitting on the bench, so I was feeling really fresh and ready to go for the second term. This tackle doesn't do this play justice. Now when I'm coming on to start off the second term, I line up on my wing and this absolute unit of a bloke is standing next to me. And to say the least, I was petrified. I reckon he's probably mid-30s, mid-40s, so he's got that old man strength. He was still moving very well, and so I knew I had a really tough task, and to get that tackle on him, my confidence was through the roof, and I was like, I'm just getting a little bit under your skin here, and I knew I had the competitive edge after that. Rogie was an absolute superstar in the game as well. He was all over the pill, and he found Baz. But unfortunately, probably the most deserving bloke on the ground at this point of a goal was Baz, and he couldn't convert. And the Hen and Has link up we've been waiting 3 games to see, and finally me and Hen combine to get a goal. Somehow I found myself at full back, and I found Rogie once again. The me and Rog dynamic duo started back in the AFL goal kicking challenge video we did a couple years back, and it's still staying strong. Another clearance from the defensive 50. I'm feeling good about myself. I've never played a lick of defense in my whole life, and now I'm stuck back there.
Like that goal? Is that good enough for you? Did you get the celly? Half time. Have a little bit of the pill. I don't really care about the stats. I feel like I'm playing with great intensity, which is always a good addition. It makes you feel good about yourself. This guy's an inspiration.
The effort is all that matters, and this man, he had the baby oil on and no one can touch him.
It's all mind games. We kicked a nice goal with Hen. I don't know where Hen is. Hen has connection, a little bit of chemistry, love it.
Boys, I know the same message has been said the last 3 or 4 times by 10 different people, but first 5-10 minutes is crucial in this quarter. Put it away early, they're going to fucking just collapse.
Don't let them do what they did last week and kick the first couple early.
100%. Alright? Yeah. We know Tommy, Rogie, Baz and Jack are going to give us fucking 110%. Everyone else got to give 110%. Collingwood are big on celebrating the small things. Fuck, we need everyone to get around each other to show them, even though it's fucking 3/4 time, in the third quarter, fuck, these boys are still won. Come on, boys!
Alright, let's head into the second half of football now. For the third quarter, I was chucked down as a deep forward coming off the wing just to give myself a little bit of a spell. So I wasn't expecting as much as the football, but I was hoping to bag onto a couple goals in the third term. Now, after last week's game where Hawthorn came back in the second half and ran over the top of us with their momentum to win the game, there was definitely a lot of nerves, and in this third term, Hawthorn absolutely dominated us.
I had so much fun with it, but I didn't wait to come to it. I still have it. I didn't have to plan the history, so that was the difference. So I don't
Now, after the quick 5-minute change from going onto the wing down to the forward line to give myself a little bit of a rest, I get straight into the action with a mark directly in front from about 40 out. Now, this is bordering right on my range. I don't think I can go much further than this. I don't even know if I can go from this distance, but I was pretty up and about given it was my first move down to the forward line and I was straight into the action. I reckon I got screamed at by about 5 different blokes to give the football off, which I probably should have, but I had Kama running next to me. He's like, Haz, take your time, take the shot, back yourself. And I'm like, say less, Kama, I want the goal, I want the glory, I'm going to back myself here, I'm going to have the confidence, and I'm going to give myself a crack. But unfortunately, it just makes it to the line, and it was a little bit off centre, so we didn't even clock the behind. And that calls 3/4 time. Hawthorn definitely dominated that term, so there is a fair bit of pressure on the Animals after how last week's result turned out and we crumbled in the 4th quarter. We'll head down to the huddle for 3/4 time, but can the Animals hold on in this 4th quarter and get another win on the board and redeem themselves against the Hawks?
We need to kick goals to win. We need to kick goals to win. We're not going to win by fucking long down line every time. Fucking heart, boys. Show some fucking heart. We got this.
Now, start off the 4th quarter, I started on the bench, got a little bit of a rest, trying to come in and make an impact when I got a crack on the field. Now, as much as if you asked me in the moment about sitting on the bench, I actually think it really helped because I was really gassed after the first 3 quarters and trying to play on bigger blokes. But I think it turned out pretty well sitting on the bench for a couple minutes and gave me the energy to go and have a pretty solid 4th quarter. Cookson, the man, the myth, the legend, after making one of the greatest YouTube comebacks of all time. He kicks a pearler of a goal after a great mark in a contest, turns around, straight slot into the big sticks. What a goal from Cookson. Hawthorn gets the goal to keep the game within reach. Seriously, what can the man not do? He dominates the YouTube scene, he dominates the whole social media scene, and then he can kick a goal from absolutely anywhere on the field. Caden McDonald, my captain, kicks goal of the year from absolutely nowhere. Caden McDonald, Dossie, you are incredible, brother. And that ends it. The Wattle Park Animals get their redemption story against the Hawks. Boy, oh boy, if we get to see them in finals times near the end of the season, I think it is going to be a classic that no to miss.
No, yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Another match day done. We'll see you next week at Preston, I think. I think we're playing Preston next week. As Cookson said, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.